Hey everyone, and welcome to Sounders Eventually. My name is Jonathan.
I'm Troy.
And I'm Katie.
And we are your co-hosts where we talk about things, and every once in a while the Sounders come up. And
Eventually.
towards the middle of the program. So if you don't really want to hear us talking stupid about who the fuck knows what for 5-10 minutes, just go ahead, skip ahead. We'll get to the Sounders eventually. Troy, what's going on with you?
Well, apparently I'm just talking cars with Katie. We would have started recording like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Electric cars are what is up and in the air, and we can
That's
skip
right.
that for now. With me, not much. I was going to pull up a calendar and look at stuff that's coming up in August, 'cause I know there's a lot of events that we may get or / have to work.
Yes.
We'll see how things go down with interviews.
And see how
Yeah.
that works with the Sounder schedule.
Well, that too. No,
Yeah.
Sunday we're playing.
Yeah, we're playing against Kansas City on Sunday.
And you once upon a time gave me a date for when you will be returning to the T.
Yeah, it is August 29th, which is not this
Not
weekend.
That's like another
This
month.
Sunday.
Yes,
Now,
because today is July 21st,
maybe,
I believe.
I don't know. None of my business, none of anybody else's business,
Yeah.
but it doesn't stop me from asking, what's preventing you from going this week? Wait, is it the late start?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a 6 o'clock on a Sunday, and I work on Monday.
Gotcha, okay.
And that just ain't going to happen.
Yeah, I got an email from the Sounders.
Did you?
Yeah, it was an odd one. Now, I'll give myself slightly savvy.
With...
Some things.
Okay.
Not everything.
All right.
Not necessarily tech things, but the email, when it's sitting there not open yet.
Uh-huh.
It
It is watching you.
I know it is.
Okay.
But it
Yeah.
says
The
something
answer's
along
yes,
the
it's
lines of,
watching you.
we've noticed you haven't come to many matches. Or something that's... So when I open it, I can't find that in the body of the thing anywhere.
Wow.
Which was, I swear to God.
That's
or to
freaky.
whatever. So I'm like, no, I have not. And if I were to reply, it would be because this, and this reason.
Yeah.
And
But I can't reply.
mostly, you wouldn't let me.
Well, there's that.
And now you've had what, 2 since I could.
Something, yeah. There's
And-
been a couple that have gone on.
But now, I guess the governor's opened up the state,
Yeah.
which I guess is a verb now.
Right. To
But
open the state.
Yeah, to open.
Right.
Is he going to close it again?
Nah.
I think it's possible.
I do too.
I actually at this point am leaning towards probable.
Yeah, so am I. So Sunday night, don't like to deal with the late nights, but I could.
Yeah.
But I'm not inclined to.
Right.
Because I don't trust the variants or anybody else. Yay! I don't think you still have to prove that
I
you've
think
been
you do.
vaccinated.
I think you do have to.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure the last thing I read was that you actually do have to have a card.
Okay, and I
So-
just can't have like a note from my mom or something.
You could. I'm not sure.
I mean,
that will
I'd have
actually
to-
actually
I'd have to
get
have
you
someone
entry.
forge it.
Sure, but yeah, I don't think that'll get you in.
Are you sure?
No.
Well, it's worth trying if I were willing to go.
Right.
Anyhow, that's what's up with me.
Okay.
All right.
Katie, what's up with you? And it does not have to be Sounders related, obviously, because we'll get to the Sounders eventually.
Cars and work.
Yes, both of those things. You're buying a new car, I hear.
I am.
I think you said
I'm
that
trying
wrong.
to anyway.
Uh-huh.
You said that wrong.
What? Trying to?
No, a new car.
Oh, that's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
As far as I'm concerned, has
Yes.
to be said that
It's
way.
not in my hot little hands yet,
It
so
is not. Okay.
I can't say that I have purchased it yet. so-
Right. But you have test driven many.
I have.
You have narrowed your choices,
I have.
and you have a winner. What is your winner?
It is the Volkswagen ID4.
Now,
It's-
was there a reason why that beat out other cars?
well, my runner-up
Uh-huh.
was Tesla.
Yeah.
And I know every time I say Tesla to someone, they're like, "Oh my God, $80,000!" Just
That's
like
exactly
Troy
what
said.
I said.
That's what Troy said,
Well,
yes.
I'm like, no, the Tesla I was looking at was the cheapest Tesla. It was $40,000.
The ghetto Tesla.
The ghetto Tesla.
Right.
So
which was
because if they
still-
were all 80,000,
It was still amazing to drive. Let me tell you.
Musk would have been to space by now, I guess. If
Right.
they were all 80.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So the Tesla, Jonathan can vouch because he went with me. We both were like, okay, it's a Tesla, whatever. We test drove it. We're like, this is amazing. It was awesome
How was it amazing?
because it just
You,
has
you
so
can
many.
put your hand in the air and make all the sighing noises
She is.
you want.
She's,
I want
she's
more
she's
details.
being very
I want more
demonstrative.
details.
Okay, so you don't have an opening sunroof, but the whole roof is glass,
Okay.
and it doesn't look like it
From the outside.
From the outside. It's really cool.
That's got a lot of bird poop you're gonna look at.
Yes.
No, you have a garage, fancy
I
pants.
do. I have a
Okay, my
garage,
bad.
so I'm okay. Yes, and it has a front trunk, a frunk.
It has a frunk.
Is this frunk?
It has a frunk, Troy.
Yep.
Like a Volkswagen. Okay.
So you can play your frunky music.
Well, my Volkswagen doesn't have a
boy.
frunk, believe it or not.
I don't believe it. I
Crazy.
totally believe it.
But the reason I chose the Volkswagen is because there is more legroom in the back.
Well,
Because
that
your
is something.
Your children,
Are almost grown and
They're
gone.
large.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're not small children.
No.
I mean, tall wise, not like
No,
round.
Hunk a chunk of round kid. No,
I
not
was
really.
just thinking.
They might get round if
The-
they keep sitting in front of their computers.
Well, there's that.
I just know the one's super tall, and I haven't
Yeah.
seen the other one in ages. So
He is growing like a weed. Yeah.
I believe it.
I think he's as tall as
So
I am
you
now.
considered your children in the back seat.
Well, the littlest one, who's not so little, he got in every car with me to test it out
Uh huh.
because
Just-
he's going to be the one driving with me for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's only
And-
13. So,
Yeah,
yeah, he's
and
going to be stuck in the back seat for a few
There
years.
was a couple of them. He had serious problems with the legroom, so those were nixed, and the Tesla was fine, although the Volkswagen had a lot more room.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And there was another factor. Go ahead.
Oh, and I can see the speed right in front of me. With the Tesla, you have to look to the right.
Yeah, it's got a big iPad
Mm-hmm.
for your
The Tesla does?
for
Yeah.
the instruments
Okay.
for all your instrumentation. It's on a big iPad kind of thing in
To
the
the right.
middle
Okay.
of the dash. The ID4 actually has a smaller. Well, it has a panel in the middle to control
Mm-hmm.
your stuff, but it also has a
Little one.
display, a
Yeah.
little display that shows you your speed and other important
Okay.
information.
Yeah.
Okay. I know with our van, I can't very easily see the speed I'm going
Yeah.
because it's like right behind my hands.
Right,
Right.
right.
I test drove one like that. I'm like, I don't like it. I can't. It's right behind my hand. I can't see it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And there's one other factor.
What was the one other factor?
Is it the
Okay.
color? Is it the color?
No,
No.
no. It's the fact that the nearest Tesla dealer
Oh, it's in Linwood.
is in Linwood.
You
Yeah.
don't like Linwood?
Well, no, it's just kind of
No,
hey,
fine.
No.
hey, when something needs to be something,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, we've got to get this car to Linwood.
Yeah.
Or we could go
Yeah.
right down the hill to the Volkswagen dealer.
But I don't know if Jonathan's heard this. I told Troy.
Uh-oh.
I think my next car will definitely be a Tesla.
No, I heard you from
Okay.
this other room that I'm in.
Yeah.
So no, okay, I'm going to continue this.
Okay.
'Cause I'm impressed
Mm-hmm.
that you're buying a new car.
Mm-hmm.
Have you bought a new car before?
Yes.
Yeah. Her CRV was new.
I thought so.
About
Twice.
what, 16, 17 years ago?
Yeah.
So it's been a while.
Well, sure, but
Been a
you're already
while.
planning ahead to your next car. When you say it's going
I
to be
know.
a Tesla, I assume you'll buy that one new as well.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I looked into used Teslas. They're the same price as
New.
New.
Teslas.
Yeah, I'm not
so
surprised. and
there's no point.
I don't know how easy it is to. We'll get there someday, right? I
Eventually.
don't know if you could buy them here. But I knew in Nevada, at least for a while, you couldn't buy them used there. So you had to like, go to San Francisco or something.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jonathan, anything up with you?
All sorts of stupid stuff.
Okay, that's usually more fun. But
Yeah, but,
but
there's
you got plans for this evening, so I guess we should pick
I
it up.
do. And I was going to say it's nothing stupid that is really podcast worthy. It's
Okay.
just stupid and stupid. So the level of stupid I would like to contain within the realm of podcast stupid.
Okay, let's stick with that.
So we'll go down that path. You mentioned to me, okay, for those of you who have skipped ahead, this is when we're going to start talking about MLS and Sounders. So you said to me, Troy, I have not seen this last game
I
against
tried again
Minnesota.
today.
And you still couldn't see it?
No, I got to pay more money apparently.
What?
Ugh.
Yeah,
For-
so
who,
it-
who said that?
ESPN,
ESPN.
even
You bastards.
they have it listed as on demand. but
Right.
When I log in, it's like, no, you don't pay for live content. It's not live.
It's
like
not live.
what,
It's
It
days
should
old.
be
four,
on.
4 days old.
Yeah,
now.
it's on demand now.
So they're not. They just didn't let me.
Well, that sucks.
It really, truly does.
Yeah. I did watch the game. Katie,
Good. So you
I
can
think
tell
you
me
fell
all
asleep
about it. Was
during
it.
it.
Now, were you sleepy or was it boring? Possibly
Some
both.
of both.
What day was the game?
Sunday. Sunday.
You can't remember falling asleep?
It's kind of a blur the
Uh,
last
yeah.
week.
Because you were asleep.
Well, there's that.
Well, I worked 48 hours last week, so did a
So
little extra.
it was a game. Should we have lost? Oh, probably. Could we have won? Probably. Did the kids shower themselves in glory? No, not really. Danny Leva was not all that. Ethan Doubledare did get on for a few minutes and ran around and was neat.
Now I remember. It was the first game on Sunday.
Yes, because it was the 11.
Because there was like 3 games that we watched.
Yes.
That's why I couldn't remember it.
There was a gold.
That's a
There was a
marathon.
couple Gold Cup games.
Yeah.
And
There was too many soccer games. I couldn't.
I watched quite a bit of soccer on
Remember
Sunday.
which
I don't know that I
one.
left the recliner except to pee and to eat.
Yeah.
I think that's
Pretty
pretty much
much.
it. Yeah. But there was with the new kid. I don't know if he's a kid. He's about the size of a tank. He got out there, was on the field, I want to say, for 10 minutes and committed 3 fouls. I don't know how many times he touched the ball, but I would like to see more of him because he's
knocked
going
people
to
over?
hurt people, and that could be fun because we
Did
haven't
he get
had a bruiser in a while.
The fouls called on?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
'Cause I'm
yeah.
like, I can't remember anymore. I don't know.
Yeah. He was our enforcer. Would probably be a good addition to the Kraken.
Okay.
Oh.
Because I don't know if he has any soccer skills. If he does, they really weren't on display. Arriaga done went and got himself yellow card.
So now he's out on accumulation,
He's
right?
out for the Kansas City game this Sunday.
Wait, wouldn't he be out tomorrow night?
He's out. I'm sorry, that's what I meant. He's out for the game tomorrow night against Austin on Thursday.
Doesn't roll as well, does it?
It really doesn't.
No.
So yeah, he'll be back around. My mistake on Sunday at the TTT that I'm not going to BBB. So
Same for me.
yeah.
So they must be away tomorrow?
Yeah,
yes,
they're in Austin.
they're in Texas. And
That's a quick turnaround for the next game.
Yes, it is. They did not get a practice in. They flew back from Minnesota.
Oh, did they? I thought they were still out there.
No.
Okay.
They flew back.
Jeez.
Slept, and then hopped on a plane to Austin.
Oh, that's just silly.
Yeah, kind of.
Totally.
It's Texas, though, so
yeah.
you might want to limit your exposure.
That's true.
There's that. And from what I understand, because Arriaga is not going to be available, Shane O'Neill is still hurt, so is Nuhu. We are going to put me in the back line.
Are
We
sure?
are?
Are we sure?
Yep.
Are we sure?
I'm
Nuhu's not
flying
available?
out tonight.
Yeah. How much are you on fantasy?
I believe they pay you.
Yeah.
I believe you get quite a large credit if I'm on your fantasy
So
team.
So
Sweet.
do we know if Nuhu's not available? Because I thought he was. Was he in that?
He was not in the 18.
Wait, I thought he traveled.
He may have traveled, but he was not in the 18. So whether or not he is good to go is a complete mystery to us lay people.
Hope.
And yeah, it'd be good if he was there, but that still leaves us with what do? You put Sissoko on the right now?
I think you got to put Arriaga on the. Not Arriaga. I'm sorry, Yamar in the middle.
I think you do too. I think you put Yamar in the middle. Maybe put Sissoko on the right if Nuhu can go.
Yeah.
But I don't know that we have any more center backs.
No, we may have to go to 4-4-2.
Yeah.
Just because we have injured people. That's great.
Well,
Because
not just
we-
Christ, we're
injured
missing,
people-
10 people.
And
I think.
people away.
11, I think, if you count Arriaga.
Yeah, we had the stat I saw was we're missing 56% of the minutes that played last year. Is
Damn.
not with the team right now.
Absolute
That's a lot.
shell of a team.
Yeah. So it's congratulations, Minnesota, for beating our C team. Way to go. And only score 1 goal. You idiots.
Off a deflection, even.
I know. It took everything for them to score that lone goal to beat us. And then, if you were Minnesota, you could say, yeah, but you still had Rui Diaz and João Paulo. Yes, we had 2 of our 11 players.
Yay!
Well, we had a couple defenders.
Oh, well, we had Yamar and Arriaga. Yes, we did.
Yeah, so I mean, I mean, given.
But okay, so how's this? We had 4. No, Brad Smith, I guess you kind of have to count him. I'd really rather not.
I know you.
I
would,
know
but
you
still,
wouldn't.
still in all.
God.
I think. Wait, hold on. I think less. Yay for Minnesota for ending the undefeated streak.
Right.
I think you got to give more credit to Seattle for making it last as long as they did.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, because they've been playing
definitely,
shorthanded
yeah.
since game 1.
Yeah.
And yeah, I thought honestly there was Minnesota dominated possession, but other than that, that was pretty much it. We had a lot of errant passing, which was the biggest problem. And we did have some good breaks that didn't go our way. And on another day, Arriaga's not offside when he heads the ball into the goal. And on that other day, the ball doesn't get deflected and so doesn't drop right to Robin Lud. So, yeah, there's plenty of situations where we walk out of there with 3 points. Plenty of situations where we walk out of there with 1. So, yeah, not completely unexpected, not very surprised.
Is that why we don't have any questions from Felix?
That could be, and I
Because-
also didn't. Yeah, it's like, well, yes, first question. Do we still go undefeated? Well, we can't.
Well, that's not possible anymore.
So as far as a player of the game or man of the match, as we like to say, because it's more alliterative. Alliterative.
That's the one.
That's the one. Troy, you got anybody to put up? No, you haven't seen it. So, Katie, who you got? Oh, wait, you were asleep. So,
I watched part of it.
okay. Oh,
a good part of it, I think.
You watched part of it? I think I will take Steph and Cleveland.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, he did.
He had a good save.
Yeah, he did.
And there you go. So he had a good save. If anyone would have put a decent shot on frame, I might have given it to them.
And then someone call him Stephen Fry.
Who's on the lineup?
The graphic
also,
was,
The graphic said that's it. That's it,
Stephen
yeah.
Fry, and
It's like, no,
the name was
wrong,
him.
wrong Stephen.
Yeah, it was adorable. We do play tomorrow against Austin in Austin. Does anyone know or care about the Austin team yet?
You know, I looked at the roster.
And
I don't know a soul on that team. I know
really?
they got
You do too. There's like three. There's
You
like
know-
three
Yeah,
players.
no,
you know.
I care
I've heard
about.
very little about them, so it's hard for me to.
They're pretty happy to be home finally.
Yes.
Okay.
Because they started 9 games
I don't
away,
remember how many,
something
but yeah,
like
they
8 or 9.
stadium
Yeah.
wasn't ready.
Is this
Yeah.
their first game
No,
at
no,
home?
no,
No,
it
no,
was
no.
third
No.
or fourth. I
Okay,
think.
Yeah.
all right.
And they finally did have a win at home. I don't remember who they beat, but they did
Oh, I
beat
just
somebody.
looked even. Yeah, and
So
they
yay
didn't
them.
score in the first couple.
Yeah. And then they played us to a draw right before the international break, which was,
Very disappointing.
kind of, and not a real exciting game.
No.
And so with any luck, they will, I want to think, come out of their shell a little more to try to score goals.
Well, you would think so. I mean, A, they're at home. B, they know how depleted we are.
Yes.
I mean, clearly this is a game they think they could
should.
win.
No.
Yeah,
I know.
probably
I
should.
know. I'm going to go with should. Because, we...
We don't know how many defenders we have, for one thing.
Yeah. Not only did we lose the first game of the season just a few days ago for whatever reason you want to throw on there, but we're also even more depleted without Arriaga. So it's like, okay, yeah, we should go at them tenaciously and try to beef our stats, beef up.
You're talking about Austin.
Austin, yeah. And so, I'm sure the thought, even if it's not expressed explicitly from Josh Wolf, their head coach, I believe that it is certainly in the back of some of the players' minds. It's like, yeah, we should be able to run amok on the Sounders for this game because they are, they're in the middle of a 3-game week. And
Don't
they're
have enough players.
Yeah, they don't have enough players. They couldn't put a whole 18 together for the game in Minnesota. And
Isn't that amazing?
And now they're short again, shorter.
Mm-hmm.
They've got short rest, which Austin doesn't because they didn't play this last weekend.
Yeah.
So there's,
So odds are not good for us.
not really.
It's not looking good.
I'm not really holding out a lot of hope that we do particularly well in either of these next 2 games.
No, that's pretty sad, too.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're probably going to lose in Austin.
I'm hoping for ties.
Yeah, ties would be great at this point.
I'd be super happy with that.
I really don't see a way that we can win in Austin, and I kind of doubt we're going to win against Kansas City because Kansas City's doing really well.
Yeah.
They're not nearly as decimated by injuries and call-ups as we are, and
I don't suppose we know when anybody's coming back.
That was my next thought, Troy.
Well, I know that the Roldans play this weekend, and in the event that one or both of their national teams were to lose, then they would be back after this weekend.
All right, so not soon enough.
Right. So that will be no help for us for the next 2 games. Steph Fry, I know, is in training, but it doesn't. There has been no announced timetable. As we've mentioned before, Nuhu is a big question mark. Same thing with Shane O'Neill. Nico, who knows?
Big mystery there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been no new news to my ears about his status. Although he did undergo surgery a while ago, but who knows what the timeline for recovery is on that. And that's kind of where we are. Will Bruin, was a 4 to 6 weeks, I think, was the last I heard, but there's been no update since then.
Yeah, it's been at least 4 weeks,
I think
right?
so. I don't think so. I
No?
think
Okay.
I think it's been closer to 3. So we might be able to expect Nuhu, O'Neill, and Bruin in the next 2 weeks, maybe.
Okay, but we should get the Roldans back before that. At least one.
Maybe.
Hope.
Well, the schedule for Gold Cup is if El Salvador beats Qatar and the U.S. beats Jamaica, then both Roldans will be playing the next game, which would be the U.S. El Salvador, and then we'll get one of them back.
All right.
Which wouldn't be until after August 1st,
Yeah.
which would be
Okay.
that weekend.
Holy cow. All right, so we're
Yeah,
gonna,
so it's
we're
going to
gonna
be a
stay
while.
shorthanded for
Yeah,
a while.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, I mean, you've said it a million times. The scheduling is messed up to be kind.
Yeah, and it's really reared its ugly head this season.
Yeah.
Truly, really,
Yes,
and truly.
yes, it has.
So I'm going to go with a loss in Austin. I think they'll probably score 1, and that's going to be plenty. And then against Kansas City, I think it's going to be maybe we can get a draw out of that, a 1-1, maybe. And that's I might even hold my breath for a 1-1, just because I don't know how well our kids are going to be able
That's
to
the
do.
thing.
And after watching Leiva's performance, I'll go ahead and start him again in Austin. Just because I want Atencio to be starting against Kansas City, because that's a more important game. So rest him.
Huh.
I know because then at least we'll get
Oh, we'll have
arrested Atencio, arrested Arriaga. We'll have a little more, spunk up the spine.
Yeah, not just being shorthanded. I mean that you can't field the starters you want or even come close to starting. But the people who can't play are going to be exhausted.
Exactly. Because of this, crazy travel bullshit. Yeah, it's why they do that in the middle of the Gold Cup is
Wow.
let's see. Dick move.
Thursday,
is.
Sunday.
It is. So
Yeah.
basically, all the really good players for the countries, they're going to be
Are
gone.
going to be gone.
And so you're
you
gonna have
schedule
to
extra
pull
games.
Yeah.
It's like
and you have to pull from your reserves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is MLS.
Yeah, so.
Yes.
For my part, I think, I guess I'm with you. I think out of the next 2 matches, we'll be, best case, get a point.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm going to try and be positive and say
Say
2
2.
points.
Okay.
So no wins.
No
No
wins.
I just
wins.
can't, honestly, I can't see it happening. I mean,
I really can't.
and I mean, if we go we're gonna have, if we're right at all, we're more than likely gonna be depressed by each match,
Yes.
which will give us 3 straight
Yes.
not so good.
Yes.
And after
that is a real bummer.
it kind of is, but I mean, you kind of gotta expect it too.
Oh, yeah. Well, and if
Yeah, we've been doing so well.
if
for
you
so
if you
long.
were to say to us at the beginning of the season, come week 16 or whatever the fuck week
Oh yeah,
it
this is your record.
you're
Hooray.
gonna be 8-3-5. Cool.
Hooray.
Yeah, that's good.
But then if you show me the the
Right.
injury report,
Yeah,
oh
it's
my
like,
God. On top
okay.
of that, hooray all along.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're not expecting good things going forward. Darn it. Yeah. What else do we have? We've got some fantasy news, I think.
Okay.
Troy, you did much better.
I did pretty good last week.
Yeah. damn
Off to
it.
a pretty good start today too.
Yeah, I it kind of irked me, Troy.
I did.
Ooh.
Because
how
I
so?
looked at yesterday's games, and I had one player that played in the Vancouver-Houston game.
Who was
one
that?
player. That was the keeper for Houston,
Oh, we got a shutout.
who got a shutout, and he got 7 points. So I'm like, fucking A. I must have the lead now.
Oh, yeah.
And I look at your fucking
Yeah.
roster, and you've got a fucking Vancouver defender.
He's on my bench, though.
But you're still going to get the points for him.
Maybe.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. And I was like, damn it. How is it that Vancouver suddenly shored up their defense?
I don't know what's going on there.
It's like, what the fuck?
I tried watching part of that game.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was just boring.
Yeah.
It's
I had absolutely no interest in watching it, but I thought of all the positions, Houston is going up against Vancouver, and then is it Cincinnati? They're going up against two, completely anemic and barely functional offenses. And it's like, okay, I think out of one of those two games, the keeper from Houston will get enough points that it'll be better than most of the keepers around. And that's why I picked him.
was it last week? It all runs together now.
Yeah.
New York Red Bulls,
Uh-huh.
Red Bull New York, whatever they're.
Uh-huh.
They got, I don't know, stormed out, if not rained out, whatever it was.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
And
There was lightning,
Three of my
right?
players that were New Yorkers.
essentially going to be starters, too.
Uh-huh.
And by fantasy,
Uh-huh.
they're like, all right, this game has started. You cannot change him. You cannot
Right.
change him. Finally, they announced that the match has been suspended
Right.
after the latest,
After
other than
the-
ours. So
right.
like late Saturday night, like 7, if the last games were starting at 7:30, it's like 7:35 or whatever.
Yeah.
This game's going to be postponed.
Yes.
Still couldn't touch them.
Right.
Next morning, you could.
Yeah.
And so
And-
I
and I
dumped them
looked
all.
at it and I'm like-
I was like, great, I can pick up Seattle or Minnesota players.
Right.
Seattle's anemic. Minnesota is not so hot.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily want any of them.
Right.
So yeah, that kind of stunk.
That was absolutely infuriating to me because when I saw that the game was postponed, I'm like, okay, then let me. I can't get rid of them.
Yeah, that blew.
And I was like, okay, well then maybe they won't let anyone be able to move any of their New York players. Yeah, you could if you did the very last, and of which, of course, I'm not that active in looking at my
Sure.
fantasy team to go.
Yeah, you had to do
Oh
it
yeah,
next morning.
I could just change it right now and for the last game, and it's like, no, it's like, yeah, I'll look at it once when I find out shit, and then yeah, I may or may not look at it again.
Sure.
And so no, I had 3 players that didn't score points for me.
That didn't help.
Thanks, fantasy. That was great.
Might be the same people who do the scheduling.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
so.
I think there's just one guy in a room.
Well, then
And he's like, how
in
can
that
I
case-
screw everybody over?
Well, see, now, you're seeing him as some sort of evil person. I like Jonathan's idea of it being just one guy. Maybe they're overtaxed.
That might be.
I mean, if they only had to do fantasy or scheduling,
They might
maybe,
be able
maybe
to-
both wouldn't stink
maybe,
so
maybe
bad.
both would be better.
I mean, only one of them would stink kind of, but not nearly as bad as it does right now.
I think that
I think
could
they
be.
should just cut the fantasy. a bit.
Katie, how's your fantasy team doing?
Shitty.
Why is that?
Because I haven't been updating my
Oh, okay, just checking.
peep on the field.
Too busy test driving fancy cars.
That's right.
Yeah. Man. Are you going to change your fantasy team? I know
I
you didn't
just
do it
gonna
for
be
this
stubborn
week.
now.
I
or-
just changed 2 players.
Did you?
2?
Oh, well.
Why?
Yeah.
Why 2? Why not
Because
more?
they're unavailable.
And you just didn't care while you were at it. You just didn't care. I mean,
I couldn't because they've already played or their team has already played.
Oh, dear God.
There's
Well,
a
you
couple
get,
of
like,
them
what, you get
who
11?
have 0 points.
Hold on, you get 11 and 4. You get 15 players.
Yeah.
Yep.
Surely you could have changed more than 2, or you just didn't care. I mean, if you don't care, then you don't care, which makes sense.
The other ones that I have, I'm okay with.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
there's like 3 that I really want to
To
change.
dump. Yeah.
But one had already
But
started.
all the 3.
So you changed some of the guys that you didn't mind so much?
Well, okay.
Yeah.
I
So
explained.
now
no,
we're
no,
getting into it.
it's
This is
okay.
what I
No,
want to hear.
there was 5 I wanted to change.
Ah.
I was only able to change 2 of
2.
them.
And there's still 3 guys
There's
that
still
you're
3
stuck
guys.
on your team that
they're
you
They're
don't really want.
stuck. They're
All right.
stuck there.
Okay. Well, since we don't have any questions and we don't have a whole lot to talk about our eventualing Sounders.
Just don't do what I'm doing with fantasy.
Yeah, don't
Just
do
don't
that.
do it.
Well, looking at everyone
Well, are we going
else
to
in the
sign
league-
somebody?
What?
Are Sound's going to sign somebody
Yeah,
That would be nice.
we are.
sooner rather than later, please?
Yes. Please.
The window's
soon.
open, yeah?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, I saw on Twitter that they're talking to some
Talking
guy.
to some young guy from Brazil? Is he Brazilian?
I don't know if he's Brazilian, but he's playing down there.
Okay.
Wesley or Wesley.
Wesley. His name's Wesley, and he's a demon hunter.
Ooh.
I thought he's just a crusher.
Ah,
boy, those are
I can hope.
those are a couple good
Not.
90s references. Yeah.
And then we could use a body if nothing
yeah,
else.
exactly.
For
So,
God's sakes.
wait, can you run around and kick a ball sometimes?
Can we,
Yeah.
can we fill out a
that's
lineup?
what we need.
We need one of them.
Or just get him for a couple minutes and knock somebody down 3 times. Good
Yes,
enough.
That totally works. I would love it if some of you would send us some questions for next time, because we'll probably get together next week.
Mhm.
And then just a heads up, the Katie,
The me.
the Katie and the Jonathan are taking off to go to the Gold Cup final. So we will be recording.
And Troy's going, nah.
Yeah, Troy's
No, I'd be happy for you.
and
But
Troy,
he's wiggling
you're going
his
to New
head.
Orleans, right?
I am.
Okay, so none of us are going to be around the weekend of the 1st. So we will hopefully get together next week after this debacle of these next 2 games, talk a little bit, maybe a preview for the Gold Cup final, and then we'll probably take a week off because it'll be really tough to get us all together when some of us are in Vegas and some of us are in New Orleans. So
Other people do this over the phone.
yeah,
I know.
but
Not that I want to take the time to do it from New
I
Orleans.
really don't. I don't want to talk to
Yeah.
anyone on the phone,
Especially
because
me.
it's the
It's awkward enough here.
It really is. But thank you all for listening to us. Please send us your questions. And the email address is still sounderspowwow@gmail.com. I did get Sounders Eventually
Yes.
at gmail.com.
No worry of that being taken.
No,
No.
not really.
I was
Sounders
worried.
eventually
I was really worried.
04.
If you wanted to send an email to sounderseventually@gmail.com, you could do that as well. And if anyone had noticed, I have changed our logo, even though not even though, I did send out a request on Twitter for anyone who was more artistic to send us a logo, and then when I got no responses, I went ahead and changed it. So if you're looking at our artwork this week, you may note that it is different. And that's about all there is to the show, unless anyone else has anything.
Nah.
That's it for this week.
Okay, so like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, get a hold of us, Sounders Powwow or Sounders Eventually @gmail.com, and we will talk to you next week.
Thank you for listening to Sounders Powwow.